Hello, this is James Rogers from iPad Insight. Here to talk a little bit about the new on-screen keyboard in iPadOS. So as you can see here, we've got the full screen iPad keyboard on the screen at the moment. So there's a couple different ways that you can get to the smaller keyboard. First of all, you can place two fingers on the screen and squeeze. And then you can do the same thing going backwards, two fingers out to retract back to the larger size. If you don't prefer that, you can just hold down on the keyboard button and swipe up to floating, and your floating keyboard will pop up. Once you've got it on the screen, just put two fingers anywhere on the keyboard, and you can drag it wherever you choose. For me, I'm right-handed, so I like it down here in the right-hand corner. I find that to be very convenient. The full-size keyboard can be quite cumbersome to type on in landscape if you don't have a stand or something to sit your iPad on. And that's one of the reasons I'm a big fan of using the iPad in landscape. It's one of the reasons I tend to stick with Bluetooth keyboards. The Bridge is the one I'm using currently and really like. Uh, but there's always times when you want to be able to use your iPad without that. And this keyboard helps that situation a lot because now I can type one-handed. So you can see here I can type normally, just like I would, in years past on iOS. And now we also have the ability to do swipe. I know Android's obviously had this for years, but I'm glad Apple did include it on the built-in iOS 13 and iPadOS keyboards. So if you're doing a lot of one-handed work without a Bluetooth keyboard with the iPad just in your hands, this certainly makes life a little bit easier, I think. Another good feature here is that we can also still use this in conjunction with a Bluetooth keyboard. So I am typing on my Bridge keyboard, and so I can select text still with the on-screen keyboard if I were to choose to do that. I've got access to dictation. I'm not going to hit the button this time. In a previous take of this video, I did that and all my sound went away for the rest of the video. So I'm not going to make that mistake again, but it does work. And you can also use it for things like symbols or, say, an emoji keyboard. Anything you could use on the normal keyboard, it keeps it, easily at hand while you're still using your Bluetooth keyboard. So it allows you to easily switch between them, and it's easy to keep out of the way. For those who, are used to some of the older gestures, using haptic touch, you can press on the space bar and you can move have the mouse motion with your cursor. We've got our advanced text selection now in iPadOS, where we can select words or sentences and move the cursor around very easily within a document. But if you prefer the old way, I'm glad that Apple's left that here, even if you're using the smaller size keyboard. So all in all, I think this is a great addition to iPadOS. One of those small things, but sometimes the small things make a big difference in usability.